Hi, and welcome to Danny After Dark. If you're new here, make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss a notification or a new episode. Tonight is the weekly True Crime and Chill. Mr. Beckham will be joining. He will be fashionably late, as always. So in the meantime, give everybody a little bit to come in, and we will start tonight off. Y'all, going into this week, at first I was like, oh wow, there's not like a ton of stuff happening right now. In the last 24 hours, I have updated this document with my notes like multiple times. It's just like every time I'm like, all right, show's ready. We got the notes for tonight. Something else. And we're going to be talking about it because, how can we not, y'all? Oh my goodness. Tony Stewart, hello. Good to see you, hun. Fiddle, always good to see you. Hope you're doing well. I hope you have a Paulcast free weekend. As I wish that for everyone because it's just much funner that way. Hi, Renee. Good to see you. So while Renee's here, I will let people know if you have not already checked out the January Danny After Dark book club review for Sherry Frankie's book House of My Mother, which Renee, I did give you a shout out in yesterday's video because you were the one that recommended that to me. So yes, everybody check that out if you missed the review. It is a little lengthy, but when are my book reviews not? So check that out if you missed it. I will be posting a poll for books for February in the next day or so, but definitely by the end of this weekend. And right away, I'm stressing out right away because I'm oh my God, February is a short month. So it's only, several weeks away. And I'm already stressing about it. But that's okay. That's okay. Because y'all know, I'm just going to sit with the book and read, especially now that it's winter. It's please, do I really want to go outside in the cold? It was 6 degrees when I left for work this morning. 6 degrees. Freezing. But what can you do? Cool. I'm glad I woke up when I did. Dang. Oh, were you napping or something, hun? Super jealous if you were. Naps are definitely overrated. Yeah, we need more of them. Karen Diamond, hello. Lovely seeing you. Hope you and your cats are well. Much love. Thank you. They are doing good. I have Loki up here. I don't know how long he's going to want to stay in here, but he's grooming and I can hear it. I'm not sure if my mic is picking it up though. But yeah, it's quite vocal. Super jealous. Renee, we got a lot of people here in the chat that are watching that live in colder states. Right, Tony? This is crazy. Gosh, let it go, Beckham. Oh God, Beckham's in the chat. Everyone is frozen. Yeah. So let's see. What else do we have coming up? So if you missed the interview I did earlier this week with Heather and Rachel from Mother Like Murder, go back, check that out. Love those girls. They are good friends of mine. And it was really nice to have them on. One, to just be able to kind of hang back and to chat with them, but also to kind of share with you guys, if you are not familiar with them or their podcast, kind of what they're doing, what they have going on. And they do amazing work. So definitely definitely check them out if you have not. I just did something to my notes here. Okay, there we go. Back to normal. In regards to upcoming stuff, so next week I will be doing so the show will be recorded, but then I will go ahead and post it as soon as I'm available. And I'm really, really excited for this guest. He is on one of my favorite podcasts. I'll leave it at that. I want to leave you guys a little surprised, but it's going to be a really, really great interview when I do post that. I have nothing but love and respect and just admiration for this gentleman. So cannot wait to do that and share that with you guys. The following week, so the week of February 9th. So Anthony DiMaria and Marshall Terrell and that guy Paul from the Paulcast will be back for part 3 of the JC Bring Cutting to the Truth interview. So this part 3 will specifically be focused on kind of the aftermath of the murders in regards to Anthony, as well as the other victims' families, in regards to the parole hearings and everything that they still have to do at this point as victim advocates. In addition, they are being so beyond kind and will be taking your questions. See, we got Loki. Yeah, you can't quite see, he's a little bit off camera. But Loki's there. So they will be taking your questions. So if you have any questions, ideally, if you could let me know in advance, that would be great so I can pass that on to them. But they're also willing to take questions, as the show goes on. So I'm really, really excited to have them back. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Loki's going to be a medicine, actually. So what's funny, y'all? That closet door has a hook on the top because he has figured out how to open it. And now he's able to do it in he's going to open that. It's just like all my YouTube stuff and convention stuff. Oh my gosh. Get cats, they said. It will be fun, they said. Yeah, so let's hope nothing falls and bangs in there. Once Beckham comes on, I'll go off camera for a second, take him out of there. Cats. Of course, it's Loki. So yeah, stay tuned for that. I will be posting something on Instagram as well as here. So everybody who has a question in advance, definitely post that so I can pass that on to them. So I have a question for Paul. What? James, I'm going to give you a star for that. That's the $1 million question. And I would actually be very curious what Anthony and Marshall would say for that, what their thoughts would be. I have what I would consider to be an answer, but I'm curious what they would have to say as well. Yeah, that's definitely a good one. Oh, goodness. So events, I know I've been kind of talking about it, here and there, but kind of as the months goes on, I just want to make sure, get it out there. April, I will be at the Beyond the Crime Convention in Albuquerque, New Mexico. So if anybody is in the area and wants to go to that, definitely check that out. I'll be doing a live show there. CrimeCon will be coming up pretty quickly. It will be the last weekend in May, and that is in Las Vegas, Nevada. Beckham will be there with me for that. As of right now, we are just regular attendees, and it's very exciting to be able to kind of be like, oh, wow, I get to look at the schedule and be like, oh, I swear to God, Loki's going to knock over my stuff. To be able to look at the schedule and be like, oh, this is what I want to do. And see that I wasn't able to, kind of do last year, just kind of manning the booth with him. But I mean, both scenarios were just amazing. But CrimeCon's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then also in October, which I know it's only January, but the Crime Story Fest, that will be here in Massachusetts. I will be there at that. And there are so many, y'all, if you have not gone to the website, there are so many good content creators that are coming in for that. I am so incredibly excited. I'm genuinely, each time it gets updated, I'm like, oh my God, that's my friend. That's my friend. It's just going to be an amazing, amazing convention. And it's going to be the first annual So if this is a convention, you're like, I want to be there for the first, get your tickets. Get your tickets. Why are you waiting? So that will be in October. Love you, Loki. Yeah, right now, he's been quite a handful. He has been quite a handful. Create havoc, Loki. You have my permission. Stars can be taken away, K-Dog. They absolutely can. And then I just wanted to give a shout out to my girl, True Crime with Tiff Klein. I'm rocking her merch shirt. She was on the show, I want to say several weeks ago, but just the way like time flies, I bet it was more like a month ago. But yeah, love her. And I'm so excited to see her at CrimeCon, and she's going to be at Crime Story Fest too. So we get to hang out twice this year, which is super, super cool. So yeah, if you did not see the interview I did with her to hear more about her and her show, check it out. Why are you waiting, and why didn't you watch it already? And then after you do that, go and subscribe to her podcast because it's absolutely amazing. So again, True Crime with Tiff Klein. Okay, folks, let's go ahead and jump into things while we kind of wait for Beckham. So the first true crime news that we're going to be talking about this week, the timing, I was like, oh my goodness. So yesterday was the book review for Ruby Franke's book, The House of My Mother, about Ruby Franke. So in the news this week was Chad Franke. So Chad is the brother of Sherry and also one of Ruby's children. He was the second oldest child. He was mentioned in the book by name because he was older. Again, they had 4 other siblings that Sherry chose not to use their names in the book, but Chad was one of them. So in this news this week, he is now, after all of this time, speaking out. He is 20 years old now, and he is speaking out on TikTok. So just for like time frame reference, if you were not familiar with the case, this is 2 years since his mother was sentenced to serve prison time for aggravated child abuse. So she was scheduled for between 4 to 60 years, which obviously we hope that it's more than the 4, right? So Chad, again, TikTok. If you are not on TikTok, you can follow him there. And what he's going to be doing going forward is sharing his side of the story. And what that means is he's going to be reading his diary entries from 2023. A lot of the articles when this news came out was saying diary. So I wanted to be consistent with what that term was. I would say, like, I'm more comfortable saying the word journal just because I don't know. When I think of diaries, I think of like, an 8-year-old girl writing in a diary, but I feel like now with technology, people don't do that anymore. But either way, that was the term being used. So whatever one you want to use in between, diary, journal, same type of thing, right? So again, he's sharing that from 2023. And 2023 was 1 year before Ruby was sentenced. So his video, if you missed his first video kind of recapping, he starts out by saying, quote, "Hi, my name is Chad, and I used to be very brainwashed. And no, I'm not kidding. You can look me up," end quote. So the way Chad addresses his TikTok viewers, he talks about not only, the diary journal entries, but he also talks about his views on religion that he has now, but more so that he had at the time that these entries were written. And that is super, super important because that played a big part in the family and as well as kind of what led to everything coming and being unfolded. So what he says is, quote, "I want to make it very clear that not all of this is bad. Scripture study, not bad. Cooking, obviously not bad. And talking to my brainwashed mom at the time, also not bad," end quote. But then he goes on to say, quote, "And to show you guys how real it was for every single day of the year, I will go back to 2023, 2 years ago, and read every single journal entry that I wrote," end quote. So if this is an account that you guys want to follow, again, definitely make sure to do that. It is on TikTok. I know I personally will be following him to I really want to hear his side of everything. We got to learn from Sherry. She, put out the book that she did, which was an incredible book. If anybody hasn't read it, I really recommend it to everybody to pick up and read. But I think to have, another person's perspective from who was in there, and his relationship with his mom was a bit different, and that is described in the book from Sherry's perspective. I'm just very interested in, kind of his story and his truth of what happened during this time. And honestly, and I also want to say commend him for coming out and putting himself in this position to share what is really a personal, what I would say private family matter. It should have been privately. None of what unfolded with that family. I feel so bad for the kids. They didn't sign up for that, right? So Chad is putting himself in a very open and vulnerable position to not only make himself known and his presence known on social media, but to go back to this time and share his thought processes and what he was thinking. So shout out to Chad for just taking the courage and strength to do that. I'm looking forward to kind of hearing what he has to say. And yeah, that's something we can definitely talk about as it goes on, if that's something you guys are interested in. Speaking of things that people are interested in, on the flip side are things that people are not interested in. And speaking of things that people are not interested in, hi, Beckham.
Hello.
Nice of you to join.
Yep, I know. It's been a busy day, unfortunately.
I don't know about you, but like when it comes to work and end of the month, crazy busy. So if that's kind of what your busy day was, then I feel
No, I
you.
don't have to. There's no end of the month thing for me. It's just it's every day for me. But a lot happened today throughout the nation.
I mean, is that not the understatement of the year, for Christ's sakes? My God.
Started early for me.
So Virginia Wolf, I saw you sneak in the chat. How are you doing, hon? I hope you
Dude,
are
you know how my
doing.
morning started?
Wait, what was that?
You know how my morning started?
No, I don't, but I'm sure you're going to tell us.
So I got some, stuff going on with work, emergency stuff going on. So I'm trying to hurry up to get to the office. My, my work phone is going off, whatever. And I made myself my cup of coffee, some coffee, put it in my little travel mug, which I don't drink it till I get to I literally sit down, right? Um, and oh man, I go to drink it, and it was straight black because I forgot to I forgot it threw my whole morning was thrown off. So I forgot I forgot the creamer. I usually do a couple creamers in there. So just to make it taste better, and then it was just I've completely forgot the creamer, and it was a straight black and it was a strong coffee. It was one of the dark, the darker ones that I have.
Mhm.
Oh my God! And I was like, well, I guess there goes the morning.
Does your office not have like any creamer and sugar and stuff there?
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
Oh. Yeah,
So
that's
anyway,
problematic.
yeah, it was just like, oh man, and I just
Well, you know what?
like bitter taste morning feeling.
But you're here amongst friends, and look, Karen Diamond. Hello, Mr. Beckham. Hope you are well, XO.
Hello.
She's not British. Oh my God. Well, that sucks. That sucks.
Oh man,
Well,
what does Renee say? I drink a 4-shot espresso every day.
oop.
Oh
Oh
man,
my God, Renee. That's crazy. That is
Virginia
crazy.
Woolf, I've gone to work with 2 belts on.
Oh God. Okay, I'm just catching up. I don't believe they're staying together, but like honestly, I don't 100% know K-Dog.
Yeah, that's true. K Dog's like that, you become a man and deal with it. That's true. I was just like, I was drinking it and just going, God,
Wow, Wolf's wife got to meet John Waters
who's that?
just now. That's crazy in Baltimore. Wow. Rudy Oh, I know. With Chad, horrible. Free the fucking Beckham.
James, about that, their whole Me Too movement thing.
Free the Beckham. Don't you have a female to fetch your coffee for you? Oh, goodness. All right. So, yeah, just wrapping up Chad Frankie. So, Nuffles, haven't seen you in a little bit. Hope you're well. Hi, everyone in the Northern Hemisphere. Freezing your butts.
It is freezing.
Yeah, we
outside,
sure are.
dude.
We sure are.
We're getting a freeze, too.
What does that mean? What is that temperature-wise for you?
Below 30. Like this weekend, it's going to be like, I don't know, like 20 degrees. Which there's not going to be any like sleet or snow. It's just going to be below freezing.
Yeah.
So, hey, but on the good side though, I'm going to sleep really good. I sleep really good when it's cold outside. So,
Karen, I respectfully disagree, but that to each their own. Corey Novak. Corey, it has been quite a while. I hope you're doing well, hun. I was actually thinking of you earlier, Corey, wondering how you're doing.
Corey last weekend.
Time to head to LA, Beckham.
I know. It'd be nice.
It's 40 degrees Celsius here. Yeah, so Nuffles, you're in Australia. So what is the
Australia?
So Celsius.
There it is.
All right. Now I have to know because I'm just.
Go, Danny.
Wait, Nuffles, 40 degrees Celsius, 104 Fahrenheit. Is that correct?
That means it's super hot.
Yeah. I mean, I know in Australia right now it's their summer where it's our winter.
Really?
But like.
I didn't know that. Oh, I guess on the other side.
Oh, yeah. That sounds like. I mean, that's really hot, but that also sounds really good right now.
Don't do it, Danny. Don't say it. Stick to the cold.
Yep. She says, yep. I know it's one of those because like when you're cold, you can like add layers and stuff. But when it's like super hot, there's like really not.
Dude, I sleep I will admit, that's why I love the cold now.
Thank you, Corey.
Because I sleep really good now. I sleep really good in the cold. Because mine is because of allergies and stuff. So that's what.
I know. When it's hot, you get in the pool. Well, for those of us that have a pool, Renee, it's going to be 3 degrees here tonight, 10 below with the wind chill. Wolf, I believe that, and that's
protect your pipes.
Yep.
Danny, what do you guys do for your pipes?
Like,
do you wrap them? Do you have exposed pipes outside?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't wrap. I know people that do. I do not. I do not.
Right on.
Brian Hearn, hello. Welcome. So we just went over the update with Chad Frankie, Ruby Frankie's son right now, and just about to move on.
So, Danny, are we going to touch up on something particularly?
I don't know, Beckham. Did you read the doc?
See
the order of the notes for tonight? You sure didn't.
All day long.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
I've been waiting all day long.
And you're going to keep waiting with that attitude.
I've been waiting all day long. I've just been like, okay, it's 1 o'clock. It's 2 o'clock. It's 3 o'clock. It's 4 o'clock. It's 5 o'clock. There's been a countdown. There has been an official countdown in my head for the moment that we've all been waiting for.
Well, and for those who are like, what is Beckham talking about? Yeah, good question. But first, before we get to whatever fantasy Beckham's living in his head, quick update on D4VD. So this, if you're wondering where have you heard that name, it connected to the murder of Celeste Rivas Hernandez. So the only update that we have in regards to this case right now is Neo Langston, who is a friend of D4VD. He has been arrested. And the reason he's been arrested is due to him missing a court appearance because he's a key witness in the investigation. So even though
Okay,
he was
cool.
arrested, he was released the next day on $60,000 bail. So that is really all we know right now, to be honest. But this is just a little bit more than we've had, because with this case, D4VD has not been arrested or charged in this. And it took so long for police to even say he's a person of interest.
Yeah, but like, what do they really
relative.
have on him?
It's his vehicle.
Oh, that's right. Wow.
It's just, and I know
Um,
rightfully so, law enforcement has to kind of keep what they have close to the vest and not put everything they learn when they learn it in the public. I get that. But for those who are following this and wanting justice for Celeste, it just seems like it's really slow moving. But the fact that Neil Langston has been named a key witness and he has skipped court
what
for
if it was
this,
somebody? Yeah, what if it was somebody close to D4DV or whatever his name is?
well, this is his friend. This is his friend.
Yeah.
So, I'm curious what will come of this. But yeah, when this news kind of broke, it's like, okay, he's a key. Law enforcement has something. We don't know what that is, but they have something. And
We
he's
have
the person
something to
to
say,
speak to,
but
so.
you don't. But you do not have the right to know what it is.
And that's fair. That's fair. Like, honestly, I would rather everybody, like, as much as we like love to think and talk about true crime and like what's going on, if it's going to compromise the investigation, we don't need to know. We don't need to know. Contrary to us wanting to know is different.
Oh wait, Danny.
Needing to know, we do not.
Don't say it. You don't have the right to know everything.
Cat, it's supposed to go down to -7 overnight. Oh, y'all, like
Wow, that's cold.
half
It
of
was
us in the
-10
chat.
in Texas last weekend. -10.
Yeah, and Karen Diamond saying that they're having a heat wave. Yeah, it's one of those, half of y'all in the chat are like, we're freezing with the winter. Then the other half are like, no, it's really hot. We have a heat wave. I don't know.
What are you gonna do if police come out and say we don't have enough evidence to prosecute, we're gonna just go ahead and close it?
That will not happen.
You don't think so?
No, they won't. They can't. They won't close it. It might become.
Well,
It'll
cold. That's what I'm saying. I'm sorry, cold case.
Okay, yeah, that's very different. Yeah. I mean, we see
You
that.
can always come back in California. It's always going to be open as long as it's cold case. It'll always be there. So
but we see that though. They might know it's a certain person, but do they have the evidence to prove it? They're not going to risk it going to court where it's not going to be a guilty verdict. Like that,
right. Yep, you're right.
We see that all the time, which is
a lot of money, man.
Mm-hmm.
The district attorney
but then
will make that
you don't have a second chance. So if they don't have enough and they can't prove it, sadly, it's
like Karen Reed, kind of like a forced case.
Yeah. So in regards to that, again, we'll keep y'all posted on that. I know that's definitely one that people have been following and kind of, having a lot of interest in.
Right, again, let's get to the good stuff that I want everybody to hear.
Back on, I swear. Your internet connection's about to go out, if you know what I'm saying. Richard, hello. I love how everybody's jumping in the chat, not even saying hi initially when they come in. They're just like, it is 3 degrees where I am. Richard,
that's cold. That's cold, man.
3 degrees in Mount.
Let's all get a nice cup of hot coffee because I'm about to get one. You
go do you, boo. So I was not expecting for us to talk about this man I knew he would come up again because he always comes up. Brian Kohberger. So this is one where
I'll let you go.
What, Beckham?
I don't believe, again, there's more information coming out. I don't really think we know all the truth to this case, to be honest with you.
I agree.
I mean, I know you're about to go over some stuff, but there's a lot of information coming out that's pointing to other like, enlightenments within the case that suggest something different than what's what's been there, the guilty verdict or whatever. Not the guilty verdict, but the, his guilty plea.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Anyway, I'm still with Virginia Woolf. I don't think we have the entire story.
We don't have the entire story. The trial never happened,
Yeah.
so we
Besides that,
don't
man.
know everything.
Besides
Um,
that.
but with that being said, there is it's interesting. And Beckham, I don't, if you feel a different way, let me know. But I feel there's no in between. There's either people that are like, he's guilty, he did it, he pled, that's that. Or there's people that are like, he pled, I don't think he was alone, or I don't think he was involved. I don't really see in between of like, maybe he did, maybe he didn't. Like it's one or the other is what it seems to be.
Mm.
Yeah, so just to update so everybody's aware, if you haven't seen it already. So autopsy reports have been unsealed and released. So it's one of those, proceed with caution, proceed with care. I mean, as we know, at the end of the day, regardless of what people think about Koberger and his plea and whatnot, what happened to Kaylee Gonzalez, Madison Mogen, Xana Kernodle, and Ethan Chapin was a vicious, vicious attack. There's no arguing that. So with that being said, the autopsy reports are going to reflect that. It's very gruesome. It's very detailed. So I'm just going to give the very, very in a nutshell version of kind of what we learned, because I really don't want to, it's a lot. And I don't want to put all of that on there if people, if it's just an uncomfortable, conversation to kind of have and listen to. But the information is out there if anybody does want to find more. So what the autopsy reports have revealed is, again, the horrific trauma and injuries that Kaylee, Madison, Xana, and Ethan endured. So Xana, we learned that Xana sustained the most injuries and the most trauma. She had at least 67 wounds to her body. So specifically, her autopsy revealed 7 stab wounds to her chest, 25 incised wounds of the upper extremities, and 23 stab and incised wounds of the scalp, face, and neck. We learned from the medical examiner's reports that Xana was awake at the time of her attack, which I can't even fathom that. Blood was found at the bottom of her feet, and that is significant because it indicates that she was upright and mobile during the assault. Kaylee. So Kaylee Gonzalez. What we learned from Kaylee's autopsy report was that she was stabbed at least 38 times. Specifically, Kaylee sustained 24 stab and incised wounds to the scalp, face, and neck, 11 stab and incised wounds to the chest, and 3 stab and incised wounds to the upper extremities. Her autopsy report indicates that bloodstains on her body, bed, and wall indicate her posture and position changed during the attack. Madison Mogen. We learned Madison sustained 28 stab and incised wounds, including 13 to the scalp, face, and neck, 10 incised wounds to the upper extremities, and 5 stab wounds to the chest. Specifically, Madison's injuries wounds included the lung and liver perforations and the subclavian vein and artery and an incision of the nasal septum. What does that mean? That means that the blade was dragged across her face. Ethan Chapin. We learned that Ethan sustained 17 wounds. So specifically for Ethan, 6 incised wounds to the upper extremities, 6 stab wounds and incised wounds to the lower extremities, 4 stab and incised wounds to the scalp, face, and neck, and 1 stab wound to the upper chest. And his injuries occurred mostly to his upper body. Most likely, Ethan didn't move from the sleeping position he was in when he was attacked. The report indicates and suggests that the lack of extensive facial trauma on Ethan's body also means that the attacker spent less time on him than the attacker did compared to Xana, Madison, and Kaylee. Again, Ethan does not live there. Xana was his girlfriend, and he was staying overnight. So that might explain a big part of that. But I know I just threw a lot of very sensitive information out at everybody. So take a moment, digest that. Again, if this is something that people are interested in learning a bit more of what happened to these 4 young kids, because I know they are legally adults, but it's like, oh, they didn't get a chance to just like get out of college and start. So to me, they're just still kids. If you're interested in more, it's out there. You can read it. Like Beckham said, is that everything? No, we still do not know everything that happened at that house. And quite frankly, are we going to learn everything that happened at that house? I don't think so. But Beckham, what's your thoughts on, kind of what was released this week?
I mean, you're talking about a really very gruesome crime scene. Unfortunately, it's very sad, very gruesome.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, just from doing, research on some cases that seem similar to this one, that took a lot of energy.
100%.
And that took a lot, and every case that is very similar to this one, now that we know a little bit more about the crime scene, right? The description of the crime scene. Every other case that seems similar, there's been more than one subject, more than
more than one attacker.
Yeah, more than one attacker involved. I've never thought if Kohlberger did it, he was alone. I've been right about 3 times. This would be my 3rd time to be correct on a case that I've put my stamp on it. And just 2 days ago, MSNBC put a huge article out detailing why there's 2 attackers. So it's a very interesting article. Go look for it. Go read it. And it's they propose there's more than one attacker, and why. So again, that's a lot for one person to do, especially in and with this case, we have a timeline, at least somewhat of a timeline, because you have like 2 possible people that were in the house that were actually heard some noises and some ruckus, throughout the night, and that's a lot for one person, physically and timely. I don't know. It doesn't add up, man. I'm just going to be honest with you. It just doesn't add up. Right?
You're not alone in that thought. You are. Yeah. I mean, even, in the chat here, there's a lot of, I'm seeing you guys right now.
And now there's more. Now this puts a more clear picture and an actual word description, right? I don't know if you could want to see the photos and all that kind of stuff, and actually some of them were leaked, right? A few of them were leaked. Was that last week or this week? I don't remember, but last week.
Last week.
Yeah. Of course, they've been taken down. Yeah, it doesn't add up, and that's just, I don't know, man. We'll see what happens. You're right, and you're right. There was never a case and that kind of thing, so we're probably going to know unless something outside of the bubble kind of crashes the bubble, and then we find out, right? But this is an extension of what happened, and it's an enlightenment, to the extension of that, of what transpired throughout, within the crime. So it tells us more than what we know for sure before. A lot more than what we need before.
Yeah, like that's you said,
that's a lot, but you just went through.
There's a lot. You guys in the chat, have a lot to say as well. And there's even a divide here, which is interesting. So Wolf is saying it sure seems like a lot of stab wounds for
a lot.
one.
Well, hey, and like Wolf, to his little statement there, every case I've seen like this, there's never been it hasn't been the same person. That
K-Dog says, would he take the hit all by himself if he had help?
If his family was at stake, that would be the only thing. Okay. We've heard rumors of that.
Tony Stewart, was Brian on something to do that much damage? That's something I've been seeing a lot of, because that's a lot of energy to expel. Even if we just looked at one autopsy report, stabbing it's a lot. It takes a lot of physical.
There's a video out there of 3 law enforcement officers where they put like a dummy down. Go check it out if y'all want to. It's out there and probably on YouTube. 3 law enforcement, 2 older guys, 1 younger guy between the ages of like 25 and 28, pretty fit, right? He's like the young law enforcement fit. And they said, hey, do it 28. He went at it for 28 times, and he could barely hold his arms up after the 28th time. Go look it up. Go look at the video.
Oh, I believe you.
Yeah. And this was a 25 to 28-year-old fit guy, law enforcement officer, probably lifts weights and does all that kind of stuff. And man, his forearms were already like beyond exhaustion by the time he did it 28 times. And the number was just let's just do it 28 times, whatever.
Yeah. So he had a past addiction. Yeah, Tony, that's something we had talked about before, but people are still questioning because so there's a lot of conversation happening about this. So, some people are arguing, well, you go off adrenaline and maybe he was running on adrenaline and that's what, to learn what we have about each victim, that's a lot. I'm not sitting here. I know I sound wishy-washy and I don't mean to.
Well, you have the right to be, because there's a lot of misconception and there's a lot of misinformation, not misinformation, but like the information does not make sense, doesn't add up.
Yeah. To me, the evidence doesn't show, but putting aside the autopsy reports, the math doesn't add up. The evidence doesn't show another person. Tying another person to this scene. With that being said, the amount of trauma that was inflicted, that's a lot for one perpetrator to do. Psycho strength.
The math just doesn't math. What's the saying?
Renee, I didn't want to overlook this. You said this a little earlier. He had no friends. He did it alone. That was another thing too. He was a loner. He was a complete loner. So
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
I don't know.
K-Dog says, MSNBC, I don't give them any credibility.
Oh, somebody did the research and put it out.
He would have turned in his helper for a lighter sentence if that was true.
You can't go in being a snitch.
I was just thinking that Brian doing all that time, but his helper is free living. Right. See, like, yeah, I don't.
Math doesn't matter.
But on the flip side, he then takes all of the credit for it, if you will. I know that's not the right word, but
hey, let's bring up another. Let's bring up another crime similar.
Okay.
And from historical. You and I went to the house.
Hey, Shelley.
You and I went to the house, and it's not what everybody thinks. The Wonderland murders. Okay, let's go. Let's talk about the Wonderland murders.
We didn't go in the house, for the record.
I know, but we went to go see where it was. That's it. We stayed in the car.
We were not in the house.
No, right. We wouldn't have been able to get. We just stayed in the car and we're like, oh, that's where it happened.
I got out of the car.
Oh, you did. Okay. I don't remember. Because I was driving. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, all right, Danny, go, hurry up. And I was just waiting for you. But okay, let's talk about that one real quick. So when it happened, they, you know, and I'm telling you, there's multiple killers there, and at that crime, and they've never caught them ever. The only one that ever went was ever arrested and went to court was the guy, the
John
porn
Holmes.
star, John Holmes, whatever is, yeah, John Holmes. And they didn't have enough evidence to send him to prison for it at the time, I believe. And there was multiple people that committed that murder, and they're still at large to this day. That case, actually, there's a documentary. It's pretty good. It's a really good documentary that came out last year on it. Very interesting, and it's still open. And the detectives that worked the case are still alive.
Wow.
And one of them was still old enough to work the OJ case. So that guy's going on podcasts now, but the other ones are not really. But everybody is still alive as far as the detectives go. They're of course retired, and the case is still open, and they're still working the case on the side. Like LAPD's like, all right, you're retired. Go there. You have your little room over there, that empty office. If you guys want to keep attacking it, go for it. Because the killers have never been found. And there was multiple killers.
Shelly says she has some facts about this case. I just want to jump back. Someone there was a good, so yeah, Renee is commenting in regards to Idaho. The girl in the house saw one person.
Did she really see one person?
Yeah.
Is she credible?
Some say she is. Some
She's not credible.
Say she isn't.
She's not credible. Again, I can't completely say that because we didn't have the trial.
Right.
But a lot of people don't buy her story.
She did give a victim impact statement.
And she has a background that's sketchy herself. That's true.
Okay, well, Shelly, drive safely. Get off YouTube.
Be safe.
Be safe.
When Shelly drives, all I picture is that Elmo meme where, have you all seen that Elmo meme where it's Elmo's driving, he's like, get out of my way, F you, whatever you.
Beckham, you are in no position to talk about anybody else's driving. You okay.
Dude, I'm the perfect driver. I'm the best damn driver.
You guys.
No, I follow the laws and I get you where you need to go. Danny. Did I get you everywhere you needed to get safely?
To say I was an irate and angry passenger when Beckham drove, I think is an understatement, because I feel like from this being from Boston, you just you have to merge.
Yeah, and I drive like that.
Inch your way to be able to get across.
I drive like that in areas that in Dallas. I drive like that. Or where I know where I'm going. Of course, we were in foreign territory at the time.
The rules of the road are the same.
And I had to know, I'd be aware of my surroundings, Danny.
I was so angry.
What?
I'm like, Beckham,
you
go.
Were never late.
Go.
You were never late.
Go.
You were never late, and you were safe. And remember that time where I got the sports car?
I do.
You remember that time where they didn't have the SUV rental?
That was when me, you, and Paul were in LA.
Yeah. And I was like, at first I was like, damn it. Well, I don't know what I'm going to get now, station wagon or something. And then they brought out the guy.
Paul almost died.
The guy was like, hey, you want the sports car? And I was like, all right, how much more extra? It wasn't that much extra. And remember the engine? It was like a super. It
was loud.
It was loud, yeah. That was actually pretty cool. That was cool.
Yeah. Oh my God. I feel like I put your driving out of memory because it's just so frustrating. And now it just came back to the surface and I'm having PTSD. Oh, David Ullman, very gracious. Let us had us over. Very, very gracious.
David's he's a cool dude, man. He's a good guy.
There was another comment. I know we went a little off the radar. Yeah, K-Dog, they just couldn't prove it in regards to Wonderland.
Yeah, because there's multiple people involved.
Yeah, Renee. Yeah, okay, so, but that begs so who would he have involved? He had no friends.
I don't know, man. I just think there's a lot of like, just, the math doesn't add up. Sorry, this doesn't.
It is a lot to those wounds that all of them collect.
That's what the article says. If you go read the article, I'm telling you, the research is like, well, the math doesn't math. I'm telling you, physicality of the crime scene doesn't add up.
I mean, at the end of the day,
it's like if he right-handed and the blade came from the left side or something like that, or he's left-handed and the blade came from the right side. Stuff like that, where a true examiner and all that kind of people that actually work this stuff are probably going, hey, like, let's scratch our own head, but we have this guy. His thing was there. The thing was there. His DNA was there. I mean, you know.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, are we ever gonna have all the answers to what happened?
No, it's gonna have to happen. Like I said, something outside the evidence room is gonna have to be found out, and it's gonna burst the bubble that's already been enclosed over everything.
At the end of the day, regardless, what happened and what we've learned happened.
That's a very gruesome crime scene, man.
Madison Mogen, Xana Kernodle, Ethan Chapin was horrific, and this was we all knew this was a brutal attack, but I think
it's actually worse than what I thought it was.
That's what I was about to say. We knew it was brutal.
I had no idea it was this bad. I had no idea it was this bad. It's so bad that it makes the question even become a bigger question for me. Let's just put it that way.
So I think, kind of to go off what you're saying, Beckham, I do think this autopsy report being leaked and put out, and people have a lot of questions about that.
Someone's trying to put it out for a reason. Hey, this thing is not what you think. I'm gonna put it out.
Yeah, like Wolf's saying, plenty of questions. Yeah,
but I agree with that. Wolf has been on that side of the coin from the get-go.
I know.
Wolf, okay, Wolf, if you don't mind me, just put it in the chat, because you have been from the onset of this on that side of the fence. Can you put in why you've been on the side of the fence since the get-go? He has. He's been the one that's been on that side of the fence.
There's been several people here.
Or at least I mean, he's the one I remember. I'm sorry. So
no, there's been several. Yeah. So
yeah, y'all, for those people that haven't need something to watch, since you're gonna be stuck in the cold and all that kind of stuff, check out that documentary on Wonderland that came out last year. It's really good. So it's brand new. It came out last year.
Oh, I remember you telling me about it. I didn't see it though.
It came out in the fall of 2020. I'm sorry, it came out the fall of last year, the fall of 2024. Yeah, it's really good.
People are trying to profit from it. I believe that's the motive.
There's new information. That's what makes it good.
I never want to hear him say that ever again. All right. Wolf says there are multiple reasons. Everyone said no way, no evidence in his car, and they found none. Yeah.
Math ain't mathin'.
I still stand by he pled. I think the evidence points to him, and yeah, but people are very divided. At the end of the day, people are very divided. So we'll keep you posted if anything else comes out, which I'm sure more will.
Would you at least say that the new details really shocked you? Or no?
Nothing shocks me anymore.
Well, I mean, like, not shocking, but
I was surprised.
Wow, yeah, there you go.
That I knew it was gruesome, but to hear not only the number of wounds, but where they were located on each victim, I think says a lot. And it's just heartbreaking that some of them were conscious and aware of what was happening when Wolf's also saying the 8-hour delay in calling 911 makes no sense.
There's a lot going
lot
on.
of people still, yeah.
There's a lot of chemistry and physics that doesn't make sense, and there's a lot of logical information that doesn't add up either.
James, yeah, you know what, James? Next time I do a show and Beckham's late, you can spit the math ain't mathin'. All right, let's move on to. Oh man, there's so much tonight.
I want to get to. I still want to.
I know what you want to get to. First, so Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell.
Oh God,
I know. So
fake news.
Well, first, what I did notes on that happened earlier in the week was, and I think this is no surprise, Ghislaine Maxwell still trying to get her conviction overturned. She wrote and filed papers without her attorneys that says, quote, new evidence reveals that there were 25 men with which the plaintiff's lawyers reached secret settlements that could equally be considered as co-conspirators, end quote. In addition, 4 of Jeffrey Epstein's employees were mentioned in a non-prosecution agreement and in the sex trafficking indictment Epstein faced before he died. But those 4 have never been charged. Quote, none of these men have been prosecuted and none have been revealed. So in regards to that, had the jury heard this kind of, quote, new evidence of collusion between the lawyers and the government. So this is what Ghislaine's attorneys are, trying to argue, right? That this new evidence is that the government's trying to conceal that and it's prosecutorial misconduct. And had the government not concealed that and that actually became public, that Ghislaine would not have been convicted. I disagree. What is unclear is if whether the 25 men referenced, who she's saying, reached, quote, secret settlements with plaintiffs' lawyers and reached deals with the Fed. So that we still do not know. The Department of Justice has said it has approximately 400 lawyers who are working, quote, around the clock, end quote, to review records tolling as many as 5.2 million pages. The documents were mandated to be released by December 19th under the Transparency Act. But as of last week, the DOJ only released 12,285 documents on the Epstein library. So Maxwell is scheduled to sit for a deposition with the House Oversight Committee on February 9th. Meanwhile, again, Ghislaine's lawyers is seeking to postpone her testimony unless she secures clemency for her conviction. So a lot of this we already knew. Some of this is new information. In regards to the Epstein library, Beckham, how's that looking right now?
The stuff that's come out, you mean?
Well, the Epstein library. If you go to that site as of
earlier, yeah, sorry,
it's gone.
It's gone. It got taken down or something. I don't know.
It's like all that.
Okay, like the only thing I can say about the Epstein thing is from the start, I was right about everything about Epstein, and I said this 4 years ago. And it's all come to light. And now the other stuff, there's so much stuff out there, man. I've heard stuff about all these people today, and I'm not gonna go into that. It's like, it's a big wow, like lots of bad stuff, and it's just incredible or disappointing. I don't know. I don't want to go into all that stuff, but
yeah. So James Watts, I did read that allegedly Bill Gates got an STD from a Russian female that was hired.
A lot of bad stuff, man, has gone on in this world, and I think this is kind of like a visual of it. Do you really want to? I mean, I know people want to know all that stuff, but I mean, I guess I don't know. It's a lot. There's a lot of bad stuff in there.
Mm-hmm. Melinda Gates didn't like Epstein. She made that very clear. Tony's sneaking in there. That's why his wife divorced him. Yeah, that was a big headline. Yeah, Bill Gates. Let's see. Wolf is saying the artwork on Epstein's or at Epstein's compound is creepy as heck. Yeah, yeah, that's for sure. Beckham has the curse of always being right. K-Dog, I'm really debating timing you out for that comment.
I was right about it. It's on tape. It's everywhere. Talked
I
about it
don't.
4 years ago. I hit it on the nail, all of it. You can even ask our friend, fellow Canadian, Miss Rachel. She would tell you I was right.
Fiddle, what is this crap? Beckham was right about his Manson theory. He was right about Epstein. I
Thank
see
you.
Beckham
They
2020.
know. And hey, it's not over yet, Fiddle. I want you to stay put. Danny is going to make an announcement here soon. I've been waiting for her to make the announcement, and she's going to make an announcement, and it's going to kind of go along with that statement. You were right.
Oh, hon, you're going to get feelings. I'm not, let's see. So just to jump back to when we were talking about Koberger. So Chillin 286. Hi, welcome. There were over 140 stab wounds in Jake Paul's last fight. He threw a total of 56 punches and was so tired he was falling down before he was hurt. No way one guy alone did the Idaho for 9 minutes.
And to, like I said, there's a video out there. Go check it out. Three law enforcement officers. One called the two guys are kind of older. They don't have, to be honest, they didn't have the stamina to do it. The younger guy, between the ages of 25 to 28, very fit, does it through 23 times. He could only do it either 28 times. Sorry, the number was, he either did it 28 times or 32 times. And by the time there wasn't a number that let's just do it this amount of time. That's the most he could do into the dummy. And the knife that he used was pretty big. So he was able to use a lot of torque, helping with the power and with it. So, yeah, the most that guy did, I think, was 28 or 32 times, and he was done. His forearms were like in flames, and he was exhausted. Unless he's some kind of natural athletic freak, man, I don't know what to tell you.
I don't have an answer to that. I mean, yeah, when you add up what happened to all 4 victims combined, it's a lot. It's a lot. All I saw was the headline. I'll check later. Yeah, K-Dog. Also saw there was an issue of the owner of New York Giants concerning Epstein. There's
going to be stuff coming out throughout the evening. We can put this out there about the Epstein if you want to. I put it in here. I can get the thing again.
I'm like, wait, what are you talking about?
Everybody's trying to find this out. That one clip that I put in our chat. Hold on. Let me go real quick over there.
I don't want to get copyrighted if I play it though.
I'm not gonna. No, it's not a clip. It's just a picture that I saved.
Oh, okay.
This is what everybody's looking for, and I'm talking about everybody. Man, if you put something on social media, you're gonna have researchers going to town. They go to town and they find stuff so fast. There's some really good researchers out there. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, one of them is the Liz.
She is really good researchers out there, man. Like, they will find it pretty quick.
Yeah. So yeah, as Beckham said, there's gonna be a lot that comes out. Again, since it's Friday and a work day, when all this information started coming out today, it was just like boom, 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 boom. So I did not get a chance to kind of sit with each thing and really pick each thing apart. But with that being said, as a lot comes out, just be wary of everything that you see on social media, because this is also the time for just like bullshit stuff.
I don't know if you can. I don't know if you want to put this, or I can read it. I can just give a synopsis about it.
All right, yeah, you go ahead. Can you read it still?
Yeah. I mean, I can see it's pretty big. Okay, so apparently, Jeffrey Epstein was emailing the person that's missing, that's called the redacted part of it. Where are you? Are you okay? Of course, he says that part. I'm pretty sure everybody can see it.
Mm-hmm.
And then that person replies, I'm telling you, people are looking at people's um if it's out there, they're looking at people's calendars for
Mm.
this.
Oh, 100%.
Like, and this person, everybody wants to know who Jeffrey Epstein sent that email to and who replied back, right? That I'm in China. I will be in the U.S. the second week of May from the BlackBerry. Everybody is working. They want to know who that right there is.
Mm-hmm.
And people are right now looking to see calendars from back then. I mean, they're looking, man. I think they'll find it in a couple days. Give it a couple days.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. For sure. For sure. I completely agree with that. Yeah, you guys, there's going to be a lot that comes out. Again, just be wary. Everything you read, there's going to be a lot of bullshit coming out too. So just be wary as you're reading. But yeah, we will keep you guys posted on this. But it's just, yeah, the timing with it, with also Ghislaine and argument, it's just like it never, ever stops, which is, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. There's just so much going on with everything right now. Like with why today, right? I don't want to get political, but like why today? Why this? Why that? And then all of a sudden they're gone. Boom.
Yeah. I don't know.
There's so many, like there's a chessboard and now like there's like too many, like there's too many there's extra pieces on the chess. It doesn't you're not gonna be able to find figure.
What an analogy that was.
too many pieces on the chessboard. They don't add up. Nothing's gonna add up.
All right, we will keep you guys posted on that. It will never end. The Epstein, it will never ever end. Anything related to that. James, the chessboard ain't chessing.
Dude, I swear that's a saying. The math ain't math. I forgot where I heard it from.
It is. I've used that.
I was like, well, I've heard that before somewhere.
I've said that at work.
I thought it came from like
math.
sport. I'm like, what head coach used it? I thought I heard it in sports somewhere.
Yeah, it's definitely it's a saying. That is for sure.
All right, let's get to the big moment. Let's get to the big moment.
So the last person / case we are talking about tonight, there's a lot that went with it. Luigi Mangione.
I'm waiting, Danny.
Beckham, calm down. So let's get started. Okay, y'all, Beckham is he's been quite a handful all day. Where's Shelly to just take him off my hands?
I stood on this by myself. I told everybody a month ago. More than that. Maybe a month and a half, 2 months ago.
So let's get the more comedic thing out of the way. Y'all hear about the man impersonating the FBI agent to break Luigi Mangione out of jail?
Linguini.
No.
Linguini.
Mark Anderson.
That's right, James. Linguini.
So Mark Anderson, 36 years old from Minnesota, was charged yesterday with impersonating a federal agent after authorities said he showed up at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, claiming to be an FBI agent with a court order to release Luigi. Mark Anderson allegedly approached the intake area inside the prison and claimed he had paperwork, quote, signed by a judge, end quote, authorizing the release of the inmate. When staff at the prison asked to see Mark's credentials, he showed them a Minnesota driver's license and, quote, threw at the BOP officers numerous documents, end quote. Mark also said he had weapons in his bag. What were those weapons? A barbecue fork and a pizza cutter. So, yes, so Mark is facing charges here. And he is in.
I don't know the way judges are going lately. I don't think that guy's going to be in trouble at all. He'll probably just get, why would he walk out on it?
It could really go either way. I could see him being sentenced to like a ridiculously long sentence, or like you said, like a slap on the wrist. But the choice of weapons, a barbecue fork and a pizza cutter. That was the headline on so many of this.
It's almost like he came from a picnic.
I'm
I don't know. Like there's barbecue and pizza on one table and barbecue on another table. I don't know.
It was like I was at work when the news broke, and it was like man impersonated FBI agent trying.
I just thought it was funny. I didn't even take it anything more than that.
Oh no, it was like
yeah.
The way the news did it, first it was like this big thing, and then it was the headlines like, kind of switched to like barbecue fork pizza.
What? Yeah. Like it made you think it was like some kind of action movie scene, like, oh, they're gonna try to break him out. Smoke screen, like, bombs going, like, you know, grenades or bombs going off, and everybody's like, you know, those spy movies where the guards all like sleeping gas, everybody passes out, then they go in there and break out the bad guy.
I mean,
that's what it made me think of.
It's so ridiculous. Like, it's ridiculous that this. I'm very.
And at first I thought it was a couple of women doing it.
Well, I mean, that would just be too obvious. That would be way too obvious.
No, I think it would have been better planned if it was a couple of women.
Depending on the women. I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy. And I think it's like I'm very careful here because I don't want to sit here and diagnose him, Mark, but I think what will come out is there will be some type of mental illness at play as to this, because not the most thought out. It's yeah. But I personally will be following this update because I'm very curious. So we can definitely keep you guys posted. All right. So you guys are saying, okay. Minnesota was always crazy. I used to work there a lot in the past.
Really?
I was in several trials there as an expert witness. Interesting, Renee.
That's interesting. I've never been to Minnesota.
Yeah, I've never been either. So let's get to the last thing with tonight and what Beckham has been waiting for.
The moment we've all been waiting for.
Who's we all?
Everybody's been waiting for. The countdown has been on for me. Come on, Danny, let's go. Do I get a certificate or something?
Let's read what was released, and this news broke today. So, like I said,
I broke it for Danny too. I was like, "Look, Danny, look!"
I will say, I found out through Beckham. You were the one that got it to me first, and then when I
got it to you and the world first 2 months ago.
Me and the world. When I pulled up Instagram after, when I tell you, I did scrolled. That's all that was posted. Like scrolling. I'm like, is there anything else? It was crazy. But to give credit where credit is due, Beckham is the one that got it to me first.
But I got it to what's going to come out? What's the real thing I'm looking for?
I haven't even said it yet.
All right.
So the news that broke today for Luigi Mangione. A federal judge has ruled that Luigi Mangione will not face the death penalty for allegedly killing United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson in December 2024. Before I continue with the rest of the notes, because if Beckham is just like frothing at the mouth to like be acknowledged. Beckham, what did you say early on in this case with Luigi in regards to the death penalty?
He would not be tried. He would not, he would never get life. For my reasons. That
he would never be sentenced
charged. I'm sorry, the death penalty. I'm sorry. So he would never be charged the death penalty. that he would most likely be, life in prison, and that there's multiple reasons for that. And I already went through the whole reasons, but I stood on this alone, and I was been right. I'm always right. I'm like 4 for 4 when I've been on my own, and I've told y'all need to listen to me because I know, and I was right. 2 months ago, I was damn right, and I stood on it by myself, and it happened today. When I saw it go across the screen, I was like, yes, I told you so. And I told you, and I told my mom, and I told everybody and their mom. And it's just been like a whirl of a day. Say it, Danny.
Are you satisfied with yourself, Beckham?
No, I want to hear you say it.
Say what? You
were
were right.
Say it. Say it.
Your
expertise is always
not
appreciated.
Expectations. Your theory.
My expertise is always appreciated because it's always on point.
K-Dog says, all right, Beckham, who's going to win the Super Bowl?
You'll have to watch the BS Sports Show for that one.
Mm.
You'll have to watch my sports show. I'll break it down for you. Anyway.
All right. Now that Beckham has been formally acknowledged, let's get into why the judge ruled that Luigi will not face the death penalty. So the judge dismissed the murder charge because it requires that the killing was committed during another, quote, crime of violence, end quote. So prosecutors had argued that the other crime of violence were 2 stalking charges, specifically that Luigi stalked Brian Thompson online and traveled across state lines to carry out the killing. However, the judge disagreed. The judge found the stalking charges are not, quote, crimes of violence, end quote, and dismissed 2 counts in his federal case, murder and a related firearm offense. So the murder charge is the only count in Luigi's federal indictment that could have carried the death penalty. Luigi does still face 2 counts of stalking. If found guilty, those counts have a maximum sentence of life in prison without parole. The judge also ruled, this next one, this has been a back and forth for quite a while with the state prosecution and the defense in regards to the evidence recovered from Luigi's backpack.
His Sixth Amendment right.
So the judge made a call. The judge also ruled to allow into the trial the evidence recovered from Luigi's backpack at the time of his arrest. Reminder, law enforcement seized several items from Luigi's backpack, including a handgun, a loaded magazine, and a red notebook. Luigi's attorneys, and we've talked about this before for a bit now, have argued that the evidence be excluded and not be allowed at trial because the search of Luigi's backpack was illegal because they had not yet obtained a warrant and there was no immediate threat to justify a warrantless search. So that is what the defense is arguing. The judge disagreed. So the judge is allowing this evidence in a trial. So jury selection for the federal trial, because again, he has 2. For the federal trial is scheduled to begin on September 8th and opening statements starting on October 13th. Beckham, thoughts on all of the above?
Yeah, I mean, I just always believed that this case, with the way it of course, evidence gathering, the arrest, everything like that, might not have been as perfect, but we'll see. And there's just other reasons why I thought he was not gonna be charged for the the death penalty. The death penalty, yeah. So then that's why I gave my opinion then, because I figured it was probably not going to happen. But again, there for a while, like the last month, I thought he might walk completely. But the judge kind of went, no, let's bring that back. It might not have been perfect, but they got it right, that kind of thing. And again, I think it's what's going to happen It's going to make everybody happy. The judge is not going to have to make some crazy ruling and all that kind of stuff. His, he'll be in prison for life. He gets to live. He gets to be looked at as this hero. He has his fans. The judge looks fine. He doesn't have, he'll walk out of the courtroom with, all right, there you go. There's your case. Boom. Everybody's happy. And that's what's going to end up happening here. In the end.
So the defense, by arguing this, they're preserving the record. So what that means is if Luigi is found guilty, he has a right to appeal. And you better believe that the defense is going to try to appeal. I mean, there's going to be a million reasons that they can try to appeal because there's a lot. This is a very complex case. That will definitely be one of them, is that the judge allowed this at trial.
Right. When there was probably positioning in the sense of his, like I said, I kept telling you like the last couple of days, his Sixth Amendment right of the Constitution was not followed to the T, and it has to be followed to the T.
Agreed.
So
100%.
That right there will give them that leverage if he's found guilty. You're right. To appeal. And dude, maybe he walks down the road. Would I be surprised if he honestly, it sounds crazy as look, I was right about the whole death thing. The going forward, anything can happen. Right? But down the road, if he would just some crazy thing happen where he just was like freed, I would not be shocked at all.
Well,
based on technicalities and all kinds of stuff. That's what I'm talking about. But did the police really make it that bad?
Yeah.
They're gonna have to. Have to answer for that in the trial.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We could see another Proctor moment.
Oh God, I
won't be able to do that again.
So no, what's frustrating?
Moment where you remember especially the one with him with the shoes, how bad that looked, man. Remember the shoes where he literally had the wrong foot, the wrong shoe or whatever.
He had like two left feet.
Two left feet, and you're like, you literally went to Ross and try to match the shoes and bought the shoes with there you go, two left feet. You're like, what the. What are you talking? And you log this into evidence? Okay, that's how we could see that again. We'll see what happens. I don't know. Well, I'm just saying. We'll see. Maybe not that bad, but like
what frustrates me is it's not like these police officers just happen to pull up to this McDonald's in Altoona, Pennsylvania, and happen to come across, gee, is that the one? And then like have to make a quick judgment call. That did not happen.
Yeah, but even with a quick judgment call, you call for a supervisor. You call for your supervisor to come. You call to make sure. Remember, 100%. There's checklists, man. There's mental checklists. There's people that see it besides you. There's a second set of eyes. There's a second set of ears. There's a second set of hands. There's second sets to everything. Why, Danny? Why is there second sets of eyes, second sets of hands for everything?
Because you got to be by the book.
And you have to have it right.
You have to follow protocol. And when the call came in, it was, hey, we think Luigi Mangioni's here.
Right.
So it's not like law enforcement. It's frustrating because there was that opportunity to do right by protocol.
Hey, dog, I only got one set. I know. That's why you have somebody going behind you to make sure you do it right. Not that you're not doing it right, just to make sure. Just protocol.
I've said it.
Just protocol. That's all.
Who is his defense team? Danny Beckham.
Sure, I don't know.
I don't know his attorney's names offhand.
Was it a famous one? I think I want to say like they have ties. They have ties to something. I think they have ties to something. I want to say.
What makes me nervous, and I've said this in our private group chat, but this is one of those cases where so many people have so many feelings about what Luigi did, allegedly did, whether they think he's justified and a hero for it, whether people completely disagree, or in the middle. And there's a lot in the middle of, yes, killing's wrong, but, and to find an impartial jury is going to be tough, because who has not been screwed over by the healthcare industry?
That's a whole other section to talk. That's a whole other thing there. You're talking trial stuff.
But I would not be surprised, and I've said it, and I will stand by my opinion. I would not be surprised if there are people that will. I mean, this could happen on any jury where people lie to get on because they want to be on the jury. There's a lot at stake here because this is a very high-profile case for very unique reasons that we really haven't seen.
Say it, Danny.
At this level before.
Why the uniqueness? Say it. There's several reasons.
A lot of people think it's justified.
That's one of them.
Because of who he is, because people are enamored by Luigi. He has so many fans and followers.
That's another thing. Yeah, the women followers. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The youth movement. For some reason, the youth think that it's cool.
Yep.
And then the there's going to be another movement about, oh, you see, you don't know how to treat a prisoner the right way. This is what happens when you're gonna, there's that group, and then there's the group of, then they walk them, then they they put him out there like a movie criminal, right? Like a TV, like a movie, like a Joker-ish character, when they had him walk from the van inside the courtroom. Remember that?
Yeah. The perp walk. Yep.
Yeah, they made it a whole like a movie set. It was like a movie set.
It was a complete and total spectacle that was purposely done.
But why?
To taint the jury pool. To put it out there that he's guilty in the minds of people, to already put that out there. And I've said this before in other trials, all it takes is one juror to hold out. All it takes is one juror to say not guilty. And there have been so much conversations on social media. Look it up yourself if you don't believe me. Or there are, I hate to say a movement, but a large amount of people that are like basically saying, throw off the jury, and here's why. And it's like telling people to do that. This is also a case where we saw what happened with P. Diddy. Those who were on the jury, people got a lot of shit. And even though their identities weren't put out there, people find out. And in high profile cases, it's tough because what's the jury? You're in a tough position of, yes, you're following the law, but there's also, hey, there's an angry mob of people outside that if our jury doesn't vote a certain way, am I at harm's way? Is my family? This happens because people get so invested in these cases. Okay.
Yeah.
I did look it up. Yes, he does have Karen Friedman Agnifilo on his team, and she's a high-profile defense attorney. So Karen Agnifilo. So he has, along with Mark Agnifilo, Jacob Kaplan. Let's see, Thomas Dickey represents him in Pennsylvania, but Karen Agnifilo, yeah, she's definitely high-profile. So.
Yeah, but like, all jokes aside, I mean, I know we kind of joke around sometimes and have fun and all that, but yeah, what Judge Margaret Garnett, what she did by removing the death penalty, that was huge. That was like beyond measure. I said I believed in it, but I was shocked, to be honest. I really was. That was a lot. Yeah, she right. She did. She kind of she took it off the table, man. Took it off the
Yeah.
table, completely off the table.
We'll
That
see.
was a major setback for the federal prosecutors.
Oh my God, the state? Yeah, the prosecutors.
That
Oof.
was a major setback, dude. That's like a gut punch. That
Mhm.
was bad, and it could probably. I mean, how are they gonna respond? What's their strategy? Like, do they like? They're like, man, whatever. Like, I don't know. I don't
I
think
mean,
they.
no, they're not just like throw
I
in the
know,
towel,
but like,
whatever.
it really was a gut punch.
I mean, they gotta now go for, life sentences, life without parole for all the other charges. That's
And to make sure
max
he
they can
doesn't
do.
actually walk.
I have come to learn that could he walk? He could. He could.
This
I
dismissal by the this dismissal here, that's basically saying you better bring better than what you got, prosecution, because that was a big statement.
Well, Beckham, that's part of it. It's a mix of what is the state and the prosecution going to put forward to present
Yep.
to a jury.
Right.
Reminder, the burden of proof is on the state and the prosecution. It is not on the defense. With that being said, it's not just what is being presented by the state, it's also the jury. The state could put the best evidence out there. What's the jury going to do with it?
Yeah, because and then that's going to give of course the judge that table. I can rule between here and here, right, based on what the jury does, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if the judge wants to just say, you know what, boom, they can.
Yeah. So Tony Stewart, this statement, this day and age, you never know. 100%. That's why, to me, is there a possibility that he could be released? Or not released. Walk. He could. He could. Hey, Paul. No, we already did. We're on Luigi Maggioni. Yeah, Wolf saying if Luigi gets the right jury, you never know.
Yeah, because then
100%.
yeah, they could say not guilty on everything.
Or one person could hold out.
Ooh, well, you know what I mean. Yeah,
One
you know what I
person
mean.
could
Like,
hold
yeah,
out.
they could
That's
say
all it takes.
right for a not guilty verdict. Yes.
Proctor should write a book. K-Dog.
No way, Jose. Don't even start
I
there.
would buy it. I'm not
Oh
gonna
my
lie.
God, Danny.
I would buy it to go through in, because I don't highlight in
He's
books. I keep them
going
in
to
pristine.
lie.
I would
Why
put
would you
stickies
even
of every
write a?
contradiction.
Okay, I was gonna say like, oh my God, he's gonna lie like a dog, like a dog.
Yeah, he'll be like,
He,
yes, I did, blah, 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 but I do that in every case. No, I did not. Oh my God. It'd be full of contradictions. Let's see. Elon Musk went to the island, asked when the wildest party would be. Yeah. So let me just make sure. Yep, everybody's greeting Paul from the Paulcast. Free Luigi, lock up Paulcast. You get a star.
Paul, do you
So,
have a Judge Margaret Garnett under your sleeve?
gosh. I mean, I just law enforcement, the
Margaret
initial law
Garnett.
enforcement.
There's the name, Paul. Call her. He's like, what? He doesn't know what to talk. We're not talking.
So even though the federal trial is start to begin in September, we will.
Dude,
Yeah,
I'm so
there'll be
excited
stuff
for
in between.
I am so excited for the fall, man. Like I cannot. I just want once May goes, let's get to the fall, man. We got
Beckham's coming
a
back
lot.
to Boston.
Yep, we got a football season will be starting again. We got the Tupac trial started in August. We got the Linguini thing in September. We have a lot of stuff going on in November. It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I cannot wait till the fall.
Mm.
Because we're gonna be after the Super Bowl. We're like in those boring months, man. That's why you got me into the Karen Reed thing, because it was in April, and there was nothing going on in April.
Well, and man, did I get you in like hooks?
That's why you got me into the Karen Reed thing.
Beckham is excited for the fall. James, okay, you're gonna get another star.
Oh my god!
It's tumbles. He didn't
I
fall down.
Freaking
Spawn
slid.
He tumbled.
I slid.
Yeah, that is bullshit.
I did. I had my butt cheeks to prove it.
Really? It's on video.
It's on the side. I slid down, dude.
It's
Calm
on
down.
Video. Anyway, there will be more that will come out. We will definitely keep you posted on this. But yeah, big news today. So much news. Like I said at the beginning of the show, so much happened in the last 24 hours. Like incredible. So we will update you guys next week, especially with the Epstein stuff that kind of, everything that's dropping. So much is coming out. Let's let the dust settle and see, and we'll
really let the only thing I really want to know again is what we presented earlier is who Epstein was emailing with that back and forth about that.
I think whoever that is, we'll know by next week.
Well, yeah, hopefully, because I really want to know who's on that, who that person was, because that person is gonna get come at hard, man, by like the entire world.
Fast show, hour and a half. Beckham's ass print is still at Spawn Ranch. I think there was a commemorative plaque.
There you go. There you go.
James, James, you are coming in hot tonight.
I love it. He had like 2 cups of coffee thinking it was going to be a 3-hour show.
Oh man, everyone. Well, that is it for tonight's True Crime and Chill.
Stay warm, everybody.
For joining. Beckham, thank you for joining. And yes, again, Beckham, you predicted this, that the death penalty would be removed from the table. And as of today, that is the case with Luigi Mangione.
I'm 4 for 4, Danny, on your show. Well, no, the Epstein thing was I don't even, where did we talk? We did that on I think I did that on 2 different shows. Rachel's show, Miss Rachel's show, and then did we do it on ours?
We've talked about Epstein.
Back like 4 years ago, 2021, I think we did.
We did something on the, was it here? I think it was on Paulcast.
It was either here. Anyway, yeah, so I'm like 4 for 4, so I feel good.
Yeah, I think we did like a side thing on Paulcast, I want to say.
But I know we did it too. I did it on Miss Rachel's show too, but a long time ago. But.
So one could say, Beckham, you get around YouTube.
I do.
You really do. You really do.
I am now. Everybody seeks out for the Beckham.
Why have none of these other content creators message me just saying, hey, what can we do to take Beckham from you? And I'll just be like, just load $10 on a Starbucks card. And you're fine.
Whatever.
You know what? Keep your $10. Just take him. All right. I think Danny and James are working in cahoots.
I think so too, Stuart.
Tony, no. James is just on fire. Tony, the weight of my heart is compliments in making fun of Beckham. Very simple. In regards to
trying to put Paul in jail.
My God. On that note, everybody have a good rest of your weekend. Keep an eye out. I will do the poll for the next month's book club.
So wait, real quick before you go, are we still gonna do the Columbo thing? Wait, no, that's gonna be later though. It's too early still. That's right.
That I feel like that wouldn't be a book club thing. That would be like just a special episode.
But we talked about it being later, not right now.
We
right?
did.
Yeah. Okay.
We did. Right. Yeah. So
you're like,
all right, everybody.
Columbo
we will
Kennedy,
see you
Columbo
next
this,
week.
Columbo that.
Somebody. Okay. Content creators, message me. You can have Beckham. You can have him. Remember, until next time, we don't live in darkness. Darkness lives in us. Bye, everyone.